my pleasure to invite our next main speaker, Marvin, because Hans is coordinator of Collab4Safety and know all about this project. Welcome, Hans.
Thank you very much, Boris, Chairman. Well, it's just a pleasure for me to coordinate this project, but also to be here in Moscow. I've been several times, but it stays nice and a rich culture, and to see all that. I mean, it's amazing. And we also had good weather. I mean, March in Moscow should be -20. Anyway, so we had a pleasant day yesterday, and today I have the honor of coordinating this project. I will give you a short introduction what we are doing. Later in the afternoon you will get some presentations, some more detail of what we have been done. In addition to that, there will be lectures on food safety on different topics as well. This is the agenda, an overview. I will start with a short overview of the project, and then strategic objectives, and then the more specific ones, and the work plan, and at the end you can see how you can contact us. Well, here is the kind of overview, more the statistics. Collab4Safety is an EU project. We were funded in the 7th framework, that is the previous one, now it's called Horizon 2020. We will work for 4 years until 2016, and we are coordinators. This is a kind of overview. We are 10 partners from all over the world involved. We have Institute RIKILT from China and from Beijing. India, of course, RIKILT, Institute of Horticulture from Poland, CIRAT from France, Queen's University from UK, the University of Newcastle, also UK, and then 2 organizations, IBITS and SBI from Portugal. But last but not least, also an organization, Lanagro, from Brazil. So it's quite global. And so we collaborate for 4 years on this topic. Many of us, we know each other from other projects as well. Here's the strategic objective. We aim to optimize the integration of research and training in food safety between EU and training partners in order to facilitate the control, mitigation of existing emerging risks, and to provide sustainable platform for global integration of food safety policies. In fact, collaboration on food safety. Here's some more an overview of the more strategic objectives, which I will show you a little bit more in detail later on. Just briefly mention the objectives and activity that we will conduct. We will map the international research, innovation and training activities and policies in the area of food safety on global level. We will provide a comprehensive portal on food safety where you can find all that kind of information on legislation, research and training. We also will investigate how we can continue in future without subsidies of governments, but in a sustainable way in the future after the funding has stopped. So we will develop a sustainable structure. Here we also will identify, here we have a mapping of what is done globally. That automatically leads to gaps of knowledge. Where should we work on? What should be closed? And then, of course, dissemination of the results is very important to let everyone know what we have done. Okay. So all this work will be done in 5. In fact, actually, there's 4 work packages. One work package is work package 1, which is the global mapping of food safety by means of well-established and tested Delphi method. I will show you a few slides about that, but Helene will go into more detail. The ladies from the University of Newcastle, and they are the work package leader of this activity, and they will show the first results after 1.5 years. The second work package is led by SBI. Sophia from SBI is here, and she will tell you more what they have done in regard to global dissemination. So they are work package leader there. And then we have a group, a team of experts working on developing the sustainable structure. How can we continue to collaborate in the future in a sustainable way? I will show you, this is led by Ibet from Portugal. I'll have one slide showing what she has done already. Not alone, but together with a team from other institutes. Then we have a work package 4, which is integrating everything. They not have started because you have to wait until the results are collected. And at the end, this is the boring part that the coordinator can do, and this is the management, making that everyone is happy in the project. Then a few slides about the first strategic, that is to providing a comprehensive or a portal on food safety legislation, training and innovation. This is not ready yet, but we have collected a lot of information and now are building a portal that will look like this. Sophia will give you more information about that in the next presentation. But in principle, this is the entrance portal, and there will be many different languages, Portuguese, Spanish, Russian, Chinese and English. And in the portal, there are some buttons. One is about legislation, one on training, innovation, and these are food safety organizations worldwide, and also rapid alerts. So when you go into these kind of buttons, you will find information on global level dealing with that kind of information. I will show you one example later on. So this portal will provide a comprehensive food safety information on global level. Now about the food safety legislation. I will show you where we are and how we will build it further on. This slide here is to show you the strategic approach that we have, which is different than the traditional portals. Normally, this is the normal way. If you have a portal, often you are linked on a specific database to a specific document dealing with the food safety legislation that you can find on the internet. So here, somewhere, you are linked to a folder with specific documents that you are looking for. We are not doing that because what you find with registration, many times it is updated and they will put a new document in the same location, but with the same name, but then with a new extension. So that will mean that the old one, you are hooked into the old one, that will mean that you would have a dead, let's say, a dead link. So you do not find your document. So there's a lot of effort then you need to update constantly all the documents that you have linked into, that you provide in your portal. So that's a lot of it. So we are not going to do that because we want to have it cheap and sustainable. So what we do is when you search, I will show you how it works. When you search for specific legislation in a specific country, we guide you to the place where it is, and then you will be guided to the documents. So you will see most of the time the updated document are the same location. So I will show you how that works. So in that way, you will not have many times dead links, much less. So in Go Global, we started to build on the food safety legislation portal that we have started to develop in a project called Selamat. Selamat is a sustainable global network of lots of institutes dealing with food safety. In fact, that organization, we are also coordinating that. We were first a collaboration between EU and Asia, China, Malaysia, Indonesia, and all these countries, but that initiative is now expanding, and people can become a member. India is also a member of Selamat. And this network initiated a lot of projects and workshops and training courses. But we also initiated developing this portal, and in Collab4Safety we will extend and improve it. But, what we have collected thus far is legislation on pesticide contaminants and additives and veterinary drugs that we will do in the future. The type of information is maximum residue levels, legislation documents, and general information. And we have already collected information, location of that information from 67 countries. This is generally how it looks when you go into that database. You can access this database from the Collab4Safety website. So if you go to the Collab4Safety website, you can directly go in here. You will find some tabs of general information on pesticide contamination and so on. But you also can go to the search part, and in the search part, I couldn't show everything here on one slide. Here you can fill in the type of information you're looking for. I just type in pesticides here, but you can choose all the others as well. The type of information, maximum residue levels, and so on, or you can leave it open. And here we have these 67 countries. So I have chosen Russia and filled in pesticide and press search. So button here, say search, and then you get a new page, which I just put aside now. We found this in doing that 6 websites, and these are just a few of the websites that were found. It provides the title, the website location, the subjects, which are there, because often it's not only pesticide, but others as well. The document links, directly to the document, and also the language. And important also extended information. Sometimes there is no extended information, but sometimes, like here, you have much more. I haven't shown here, but here we have another button for details. And then you get to a page with detailed information about this website, and also about the pesticides that you're looking for. And also a guidance, a link indicator that guides you directly to the document. It says directly step by step what you have to do. Well, this is how it works. So it's free. I mean, it's open for everyone, and it will stay open for everyone, and it will be extended and improved. At the moment, this is a slide showing what we have and how it is distributed. So here's a number of countries, and these are the regions. In Africa, there are in total 15 countries in Africa, but you can see we only have a few. And that has to do with that the information in Africa not always is accessible through internet, because it have to be accessible through internet. And many times as well, they have the codex legislation, so they don't have specific law for themselves. So we could improve it to just say they have the codex, but that's it's more or less faking it a little bit. Also from Asia, we have quite a number, and these are the different kind of legislation: pesticides, pesticide database, contaminants. So in Europe and North Africa, Australia. So we will try to improve that. And more countries. So that's of the portal and the legislation. Now I would like to tell a little bit about mapping the food safety activities and research and ideas on global level. I will show you the methodology, but later we'll go in detail what we have done. It's just to make it interesting for you. So. This activity in Work Matrix 1, led by University of Newcastle, the Delphi survey. They use the Delphi, but what is it? Just briefly, it is a survey technique that uses experts' opinion for developing and understanding a problem in a specific field. It can be any field, and we will do it for food safety. You involve by the survey experts in a specific field. The responses are anonymous. That means they can fill in whatever they would like, and we cannot trace back who exactly has done it. The data collection proceeds in a series of rounds, so there will be first a survey, and then there will be more and more. I will show you how it works. You get feedback, and from the feedback you revise your questions and come back to them, and you know from the feedback what is the common understanding, and then maybe you want to know more information. So that's how it works. There can be a group response, statistical. You can, let's say, process it in a statistic way. Well, and you don't. And the benefit is that people can do it from home. You don't need to have them in one room. And by that, because people can do it from one place. I mean, we can also have an expert consultation here, but then the one who speaks the most, that would be the most information that is coming into the document, and you don't want that. You want to have that everyone has an equal input, and Delphi is very good in doing that. Oh, I see. Okay. This is just the aim of the Delphi in Collab4Safety is to map the global interest in food safety and research and identifying the gaps. That's how we will use Delphi in Collab4Safety. Just to show you the structure, what we have done. I hope I'm not telling too much for you. We started with a scoping workshop where a number of scientists, not involved, specifically involved in Collab4Safety, but these were experts from all over Europe, and also FAO, and were there. And their input was used to design the survey. And then there was the first round of survey was done, aiming at 400 experts, and then there will be, let's say, processing of the information, and then the second round, and so on. At the moment, this has been done, and Helene will tell you more about that, these results. Another very important activity is to know the experts in the world. Where are they? They're not specifically the scientific experts, but also the experts in industry, on the ministries, and so on. So in order to be needed for the Delphi, but also to exchange information about the results of our projects. So because we have members from many regions, we started the activity to collect, to identify experts and asking them to register in a database with all kinds of information. Sophia will give you more information about that. But this database has grown considerably. I think there are also many other examples of such a high coverage. We have more than 1,500 entries from 110 countries. And this is the website where you can register. Sophia will give you more about that. Just an impression that we have in this database experts from almost all over the world. Only the white dots, Alaska, there are not so many experts there. But in China, lots of China and so on. Only in Africa there are some countries where we have no experts. But we will continue approaching and looking for experts there and inviting them to register, because the registration is voluntary, of course. Then one slide about creating sustainable cooperation structure. How can we continue in the future? A group from Collab4Safety have worked on that, and what they have done first was how can we learn from initiatives, other initiatives, and not specifically in food safety, but preferably in food safety area, that started as a project and continued. Can we learn from that? So what they have done is to analyze more than 30 networks, and only a few of them were in the food safety area or in the food area, and ask with the, let's say, with the questionnaire, but also interviewing, approaching them, and ask them what were the key factors that made it successfully for you to continue your activities after the funding stopped. And these, well, we have produced a big report on that, but these are the key things that were mentioned. You need to have very clear objective and also expected results from the beginning of when you stopped. So you have to be very clear at the beginning. What are you going to do and what the results are you expecting? Because if it is diffuse, then people will drop off and you will have no success. Also, the management should be very clear. Also early in the process, not so many changes. You should have enough members in the beginning to be involved. And you should also have capacity to capture necessary resources to become sustainable. So you should have a, let's say, plan for sustainability, how to attract companies or new members, and funding structure. So that you need to develop. Also, factors that hinder us to sustainability, because most of the managing initiatives, they were not successful, and some of the problems was that it was heterogeneous infrastructures, so it wasn't very clear. Long negotiation times, so you should have should be quickly in order to decide and to move. Different cultures was also often mentioned. I mean, there's no problem for different culture. It does not mean different from China, EU, or Russia, but different culture, industry, for example, and policymakers. They have to move in the same speed and to understand the differences. And if you cannot bring that together, then you will have big chance of failure. Also very important, you are building trust. You collaborate together. That means you need to trust each other and to understand each other difficulties and so on, and to support. Building trust takes time. Then I have just one slide about the dissemination of the project. SPI is involved with that, and this part is also part of the dissemination. Within Collab4Safety, we organize 3 regional workshops. One in Brazil, in Wageningen. We just have had that one. One we will organize in China in June, in Beijing, and now we have this one here. And the aims of these kind of workshops is to disseminate the project results and discuss global and regional food safety issues. That's what we're going to do this afternoon. And also to promote collaboration between parties involved. So these are the objectives of this afternoon here. And I hope we will be successful. And if you have questions, just approach us. I mean, we are here from the project. We're happy to answer your questions if you want to become involved, or one way or the other, or to be kept up to date. And I hope you will find it interesting, because there were many different lectures on many different topics. So I wish you a pleasant afternoon here. And I also would like to thank INWI, Bach Institute Biochemistry, for hosting and organizing this important event. Thank you very much.